So we first brought you this story back in February. Students learning the historical art of ice harvesting in South Bristol. And now 6 months later, that same ice is being used for a sweet reward. News Center Maine's Jack Mulmud explains.
In South Bristol, hundreds of Mainers escaped the heat and found a sweet oasis.
There we go.
An ice cream social, a yearly tradition, and who doesn't know local traditions better than locals themselves? Janice and Sherry, in charge of the root beer float station for...
I don't want to say how old I am, but for a while.
all decked out for 4th of July weekend.
It's the same outfit every year.
But they know a sweet reward like this doesn't come without work. The ice these folks are using today goes back months to an art form used 200 years ago. An organizer of the Thompson Ice House Museum, Stephen McDowell, says kids are involved in the harvesting and the celebrations.
We live in a world these days with refrigeration and ice coming out of the front of your refrigerator and everything else, and the kids don't fully understand how that came about. It really grounds a lot of people, whether it be through the ice harvest or the events like this where we have the ice cream social.
Showing us from the ice in February to how they managed to store it for 6 months in a barn and then churned with some elbow grease.
Over the course of an hour with the mixture of salt and ice, it pulls the heat out of the ice cream mix and makes some hand-cranked homemade ice cream. You know, it's a slow process, but the end result is definitely worth it once you taste it.
Whether you like it in a cup or in a float, the organization says 800 people came during the winter and expect that same amount or more for Sunday's ice cream celebration.
Which truly is a social for the community because in general, it's a lot of people getting together for the first time since they've all been away. There's a lot of people from
Steve
away.
McDowell says the Ice House Museum shows kids the beauty of winter and summer.
When they come in the winter, they get to experience how cold it is. When they come back here in the summer and they see the frogs and the fish and see that the pond changes, they get a whole more purposeful feeling of what it's like.
In South Bristol, Jack Mulmud, News Center, Maine.
I'm a little disappointed Jack didn't bring back some ice cream for us. Okay, the Thompson Ice House Museum has been showing off the art of ice harvesting for 30 years, and it uses the same tools it has on display to harvest the ice.